to go. If he can find the kill just enough, and the glitch.
Spectacular work, and the bomb will blow up. Glitch saves the day. Millennium, it looked so damn good for them, but all he had to do was catch the bomb plant, and Glitch does help him get to that goal. Beautiful execution, and they do find 4. Look at this, one man versus the world.
And honestly, Mad Cat had a chance to save him. He got off at least 2 bursts or so there. Could have likely got the kill, but just enough, an accurate shot there from Slack to secure the round. And I didn't see exactly how long they were on the bomb. He might not have had it anyway. I'm not sure how early he hopped in. Okay, absolutely. Okay. I was so worried about the 1v2.
He was on it for like, I think, hang on, it was a red 5 when he got the kill. I couldn't tell you. Can't say with absolute certainty, you're right.
Well, let's, I was about to switch to Slack because he was pushing up mid-map, but he's going to get caught. Classic is there as well. He might get caught. Yep, that's 2 down quickly. Millennium coming alive in this round as they do have a 2v4 advantage. Now going to be on Looney and Octane to try and make the play. Can they do the impossible here in the 2v4 with under 60 seconds to go?
Well, it's certainly not looking likely, and the bomb's going to go down, and actually will go down this time. Now, Looney, what have you got for us? Mad Cat is in a prime position to just go ahead and get that backstab, but Octane's already drawn blood. Miracle's down, but Tommy's there to revenge. And now Octane, man against 3.
He's going off.
Yeah, he's out. He's out of there. He's not interested in giving them anything additional, and so that will be the second round for Millennium.
For a second, I thought he was going to go up off the tree for the snipe. I'm like, why? By the time you get up there, it takes forever.
Style points, Maven.
Still 15 seconds left. But yeah, you saw Looney peek and just evaporate. That is the power of the Shiva. Incinerated there with 2 bullets. You got Jerd on the screen, locked in. Mad Cat on his right. We'll see Rise Nation as well. I mean, no one seems too amped up. Everyone just seems locked and focused.
It does just make me happy, actually, to see the Shiva slipping into more European players' hands, because it's something that we've really just hasn't cropped up too much in the regular season. And then you come and you scrim with the North Americans, you start realizing, hang on, hey, hell, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah. You know, we've talked a lot about Mad Cat versus Octane in this particular series. Right now, you know, it's Mad Cat kind of getting the better of him in the sense he's 5-3 right now. The shot's over the top. Surely he'll finish it. Octane, there you go. I mean, Miracles gave him about 14 opportunities there to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Octane, the fact that he even went for that repeat felt rather audacious. There were 2 Millennium players peeking him, and he still goes for another jump shot. This time, he does take Miracles out of the equation. And already Millennium again on the uphill struggle. And it's only going to get worse. Classic catches Judd in the SMG battle. Mano El Mano, and just 2 do remain, but they've managed to make it evil. Of course, it's Mad Cat to level things out.
It's now going to be 2 versus 2, wrapping the edge. Might be able to catch one. You just saw him in the corner. He's tagged up, trying to stay alive. There's one behind as well. Cannot make the play. Both dropping. And Rise Nation now 1 round away from tying this up at 1 game apiece.
We could have a real series on our hands. The fact that Search and Destroy is looking so good for Rise as well is rather, I don't want to say surprising. You said already that it wasn't their best game.
I'm surprised.
Okay.
And, okay, I guess I'm surprised they're winning in this fashion with it being 5-2, but it is difficult to know exactly what to expect from Millennium when you have a last-minute fill-in like they do. But so far, certainly outmatched this particular game mode.
I was just so pleasantly surprised by the way that their hardpoint played out. Just the fact that it didn't look like the same Millennium. It was not Miracles trying to be Swanee. It was something new. It was something rather exciting again that could lead to inconsistencies, which is what we're experiencing here. Certainly not looking great, as it looks like Mad Cat's going to be under too much pressure. Such an aggressive hold. This is an offensive defense if ever I saw one. Rise Nation rise to the occasion.
But it's a 1v2. You've got the bomb, and you've got the best ability in the game in Heatwave. Heatwave was designed to clutch 1v2s. Now let's see how he decides to play this. Oh, Lord, the timing there. The question is, did Classic see him? He's going to get caught. He might get caught plenty, but he does have the Heatwave if they push. If he gets it off in time, this could end up working out perfectly. He gets the plant. One's going to push. It's the camo, though, and Classic has him.
Oh man, had he not had camo, that could have been a very different exchange. But Rise Nation will find themselves the equalizer. That's going to make it 1-1 here in the best of 5. And a convincing one as well.
Yeah, they get it done in Search and Destroy. This is a little bit backwards if you would have had.
Rise Nation answering back will make it a 1-1 series in the best of 5. This is the first round of the bracket for both teams over on Alpha. Same thing goes for our match over on Bravo, but Splice a 2-0 lead, looking like they could close this one out. They're up 12 points in the first half, but remember, we still have another 5 minutes to go there. In the bottom right, Vitality was hanging, in fact, beating Envious in the first hardpoint. They're trailing just a bit, But in the bottom left, this is the match we need to watch at the moment. It is round number 5, Cloud9 trailing 3-1 in game 2.
Superb shots. Unfortunately, not enough. Swiftazor brings him down for the 4th round win. Orbit walking away with this one ever so slowly. We're now coming into the 6th round. Orbit having a stunning game so far. Great teamwork from them. C9 just nipping at the heels. We've had a couple of good rounds for Orbit, but Cloud9, they're so close. There's not too much between the two teams.
If you're coming in from the XP zone, we're heading into map number 2 between Orbit and Cloud9. And Orbit, who just had a very disappointing punishment on that hard point, is looking like they're having an incredibly tactical search and destroy here against Cloud9.
First time we've seen Lacefield actually opt out. He's not using snipe now, he's running bomb. He's put down the snipe, which is an interesting choice. It was working out for him. I feel like it was, but this is I think this is the important mix-up that Cloud9 need. They need to mix up something. They need to make the change.
Need to mix up something, find some kind of a working formula here, because the end of this series is going to be deciding who moves on in the tournament and who is eliminated. This is huge between Cloud9 and Orbit. Both teams though, all players just playing back for information. As you can see, Ricky is able to hold Grandma's house, the alleyway to his right, and Broken from that position on top of the tank. But now he's going to opt to go towards middle map. Tag up one player, call that out to his teammates, who are all still playing relatively passively on that B street with the bomb. Swiftazor, though, calling in the lightning strike. All players stuck outside. It's going to punish him for it. And now numbers advantage goes to Orbit. 35 seconds remaining with Cloud9 on offense. The odds are heavily stacked against them here.
Aches and Assault charging on through versus Nimble and backing back. Shots out for both teams. Cloud9 with the advantage. Can they get in there before the tags clear up? Ricky takes down Nimble. Perfect flank. Ricky gets back as well now. Jump on board with... Oh, no. Back to Ace. He actually fell there. My apologies. Swiftazor brings him down. Ricky now charging another bomb. Assault going for the arm. Nades out. Assault going to be brought down there. Last man, Ricky. Here comes the flank. Swiftazor going around the rear. Zeus now buying his time. 2 seconds remaining. Absolutely stunning round there. Slow and steady. Certainly won that race for Orbit. Have to give props to the lightning strike. It reset the bomb as well, which sent that all the way back to spawn, which meant that at least one of those players had to pull back to collect that one.
Yeah, and in that situation, with all of them playing outside, you can kind of get an idea of, hey, maybe they didn't know that the enemy team had streaks. Or was anyone running flak jacket? It just seemed like all of them except Ricky were outside and vulnerable to that lightning strike.
Also, another thing, that late game grenade. You'd think that nade would have been thrown at the beginning of the game, so that wouldn't have been a consideration even at the time, maybe. We'll jump on board with Bakabek here. Potentially the last round here for Orbit. They're looking very strong in this S&D. ANZ region has been criticizing itself rather heavily on their S&D performance thus far at COD Champs. Potentially proving that one wrong here. Bakabek shots out, gets Lacefield heavily tagged. He does get the kill.
We got Bakabak leading the charge, finding one kill. Swiftazor with the LCAR-9 is able to take down Lacefield. That's going to award them ample time to put this bomb down. And we're seeing Swiftazor on a 12 kill streak. This man is 12-1 and has been unstoppable in the search and destroy for Orbit.
We'll jump up with Swiftazor, see if he can't add any more to that tally. Aches now dancing around. Superb shots from Swiftazor, absolutely not to be phased. And that is the final round, 6-1. Orbit answer back in a spectacular way. Crazy gameplay from both teams. C9.
GG is going to tie things up over on our Charlie stream. Now you can see we're going to have Bravo and Delta currently going up. But let's take a look over at Bravo. This is the bracket match, and Splice is dominating 16-4. I think this match is over, but we should all just keep a lookout for Splice. How dominant is this team truly when it comes to bracket play?
As Splice opened this one up in a ridiculous fashion, and Hyper Games have had to claw, fight, and pray for every single point they can manage to get back. And it's 2 minutes 48 left to go, and it is one incredible mountain they have to climb.
This is match point for Splice, looking to end up this map with a dominating victory. If you missed it earlier, Rated starting off on a huge streak. Three-piece after three-piece. Hellstorms, lightning strikes, getting all the passes. You can see on the scoreboard he has 4 dunks to his name. Most of those came in the first minute or so. Hyper Games doing their best to battle back, tacking on ones here and there. But Splice not giving an inch. Again, Quicker caught out again with the drone. Going to be back in the hands of the yellow on that minimap, wrapping it over towards Palace. The pass is coming in, just wasting as much time as possible is all they need to do. Nolson using that dart to pick up a few, but I think it's too little too late. Only 2 minutes to work with. You need 12 points. They can't even get the drone.
They certainly cannot, and they are setting up though. The kills are starting to come in for Hyper Games, so we'll be keeping an eye. Can they do the impossible? Rated already picking up one, and he has slowed down significantly from his start, but to be honest with you, anybody would. And they're trying to get through Rated, though, cleaning it up, trying to get that third kill at the same time. Do get 1 point off the bat here, but they're going to need to start hitting doubles, and Rated breaks out the scythe. You're about to hear it rip into the flesh of Hyper Games.
All he's going to do is sit at this top hut while his teammates try and make a play. The vision pulse coming in and able to win one of those gunfights. Can he pick up the second? Has some teammates to help him. Another one is tacked on. The lead is now the same at 12 for the side of Splyce. Rated picks up 2 with the scythe. They have middle map control. Nelson doing his best. He's been the one sort of saving grace on the side of Hyper Games, picking up a bunch of kills. Chaining together, Bance with his drone again, pops in the easy one. They haven't missed one the whole game. Hyper Games may have missed, I think, 1 or 2. A minute left. This one's going to be over. 18-5 with the chance for more.
Yeah, it certainly is. I think that we saw, I think Knowlton actually pushed forward. He was desperate to try and get that spawn trap on so they could get a relay going, but it's kind of the case we saw in one of the earlier games. You know, he's pushed out, he's tried to do the work, but they don't have drone control. He's kind of hoping. It's a Hail Mary play at that point.
Yeah, the wraps.
With 32 seconds left, we're going to go ahead and say congratulations. Splyce is moving on to winner's bracket round 2. Hyper Games will be the first team to drop down into the loser's bracket. But over on Alpha, Jack, we just saw Millennium and Rise Nation kick off. This is game 3. It's all tied up. Where are we at right now?
Well, a lot of people are shocked to even see Millennium have a map in this up to game 3. It's tied 1-1. But the bigger thing right now, Millennium are up 4-0 in this uplink, and they're about to get another dunk right here.
Where is Rise Nation in the respawns?
This is so sick. No, this is not Where is Rise Nation. This is Millennium are playing so incredibly well.
True.
The first 2-point play was because Jerd paved the way. The second was because of a fantastic relay and a good read on Rise. The third comes from Jerd. Oh, that sounds good. Third comes from Jerd on the dart. And now they sit 6-0 up, standing very, very strong, and Miracles is even contributing to the objective side of things. Rise have not had a chance to catch their breath. And Millennium, well, they're breathing right down their neck.
Well, let's be fair. I mean, if you're going to do a lot of damage, this is the side to do it from,
Sure,
right?
absolutely.
Now, I know this is brutal for 2.5 minutes of the game, but this is absolutely not out of reach for Rise Nation. Not with as much as time as is left, and also with the fact that this is going to be swapping. But the big thing here, you know, we'll look at the minimap and see, this is the first time we've seen Rise kind of pick up the drone and have a chance to make a play.
What's that icon? Why is it red? It's always
exactly.
purple. I've never seen that red icon before. Fortunately, though, it does look like Looney has got an opportunity to break through. He's given a fight versus Tommy. It's, beautifully traded by Jerd, but they're slacked again. It's trade after trade. It's Wall Street here on Breach, and now 2 for Rise Nation. They needed that to get back into this game, and now, most definitely, things are going to be staying competitive. It was not necessarily the overwhelming positioning from Millennium. It was simply the way in which they acquired the 6 that was so glorious. And, a heat wave's going to catch him. He can't go for the 1-point play. That's the lineup we've been seeing an awful lot this weekend.
Well, now is the attempt. He's able to put that through.
Nice. Really solid stuff. And it's kind of refreshing to see Rise Nation unaffected by the strong start from Millennium. They're just back to their own game, resetting. And it looks like we could be seeing another 1-point play here. They have control. Miracles is the one to try and break through, but look how passive they're playing. Where is this? Are they going for the intercept? What are you doing? Nice. Okay, it will be Jerd. They're all sticking around at spawn.
It turns out, yes. Yes, he was.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm right. Okay.
Jerd able to pick it up, and now you've seen 3 unanswered for Rise. They're finally starting to show a little bit of life. But a good defensive hold, at least from Jerd and crew, as they're trying to find the kills. Jerd wraps behind 1, and now they're pushing back out to middle, but there is still a player in lab. I believe that is Looney, who's going to be able to wrap from behind, find 1. Can he get Jerd inside? Wins that. That is 2, and now trying to push out. There's a third to his right. Surely he's going to be dropped. Drone off. Nice effort at an individual play there. You didn't really have a whole lot of options. You were kind of the lone man top middle there for the side of Rise Nation.
I mean, it's one of those things where you can take the risk. There's very little to lose should it go wrong, and that's the kind of dream scenario for you to go ahead and try and make that hero play. Tommy, you would think sometimes he was on a defense, but he's actually on the offense. He's sitting in the opponent's uplink and is not able to do too much with it. Now he's going to have to try and cross back through mid-map. It's not ideal, and Looney in the meantime is gathering so much ground. It's going to be Mercs to try and stop him, or Miracles do, excuse me. Gets 1, but there's going to be so many there. Now Madcat, I don't think he's going to have done enough. I heard a Kinetic as well to pave the way, and Rise are straight back in this game. The North Americans stabilize in 120 seconds.
Yeah, this is like a tale of 2 halves in 1 half, right? I mean, it's 6-0. Millennium's crushing him, and all of a sudden, Rise Nation comes alive in a huge way. They may even be able to tie this up. If Classic can get to the 1-point shot, he should be in range shortly. The interception opportunity is up, so he decides to take it to the left. Is he going to go for two? Surely he gets the one. No, the interception is there, and Millennium will hold on to the 1-point advantage.
Quick interception. I mean, he saw him for a fraction of a second, and that was quick work from Jerd to go ahead and just maintain Millennium's lead right at the end of that one. And look at Tommy. He lines up 3 right in that round-ending kill cam. Catches Classic and even Octane as well. Just knocks him down with a HVK. Solid stuff from everyone involved, and what a start. What a half. You're right. It was a game of 2 halves in the half. Some would describe it as a quarter.
Is that the word I was looking for?
Yeah.
A tale of quarters?
It doesn't sound as good.
It definitely
sounds
does
like a really boring story about coins.
Well, we'll start with Rise Nation. They had the slow start in the first half. Can they amp it up a little bit here in the second half? Octane is going to find a kill, but it'll be traded out almost immediately as one dropping for his side. But with the 2-piece from Slack, did he get it up for 15?
Yeah,
if he got up for 15, that is huge. He did.
Wow.
What a big play, because that's almost a guaranteed 1 or 2 points for Rise Nation if he doesn't make that play.
And that's really smart from Jerd. It was very quick as well. He reset the armor just to survive for the 15-point reset, or 15 seconds, excuse me. And so far, Rise Nation, they're kind of sitting there just stewing in anger as they realize that could have been so much more. Jerd, one man, takes those points away from them. And now look at this route. This is a fast route as well. Looking good for Rise Nation here on the second. Oh! What was that taken away from him? The heat wave just steals it. That's not the first time we've seen that happen.
Well, it was his heat wave that went off, right?
But what? No, he got affected by it.
It was Lily's heat wave that went off. I guess did he tag a teammate? And then I think the Simtex is what really threw it off that came in from Millennium.
I was so confused. Either way, he's not going to be able to convert it. And so, back to the drawing board for Rise Nation. Is he going for that broken lineup? No. Instead, he is just going to go ahead and meet the RK5 of Mad Cat. And we do go once again back to basics. Mad Cat's been playing this an awful lot. He likes to catch one close quarters on the drone before he starts to try and make the pass. And instead, it looks like Millennium realized, again, things have not gone their way. Lost too early, back onto the rooftops, and they want to keep things close.
Those resets they're getting when they're 2 and 3 down, I can't express how crucial they are, because if you're a team like Rise Nation, who's a good uplink team, as soon as you get 2 or 3 down, it is go. It is grab drone and go. The fact that you don't have control mid-map, but it's a big difference between that and giving up points.
And let's not forget as well that the Millennium are now on the less favored side. It's a dream scenario now. It's just to try and get that damage control, make things a little easier for you to manage should the comeback be necessary.
And you can see, since they started this side, what the game plan is. They're not playing nearly as aggressive. They're not trying to put on big points like they did early in that first half. They're trying to play a little bit safer and now look for an opening when they get 1 or 2 down. That's exactly what they do. The one-pointer not going to connect, though. The gunfight going to fall as well. And now maybe an opportunity for Rise, but you still have one player. That's Tommy lurking around the inside lab.
And he just get put to bed. It's Slacked. Finds his 19th kill. Everyone is performing. There's not a single underperformance here that you would perhaps argue Octane. But he had his moments in Search and Destroy. And now Mad Cat, what a spectacular connection with his Tempest.
You know, we talked about it. We've been talking about it throughout the entire series. Mad Cat versus Octane. It's been Mad Cat in the response. That's for sure. I mean, there's no argument there. I know the Search was kind of back and forth, relatively even, but Mad Cat has been dominating in these 19 and 17 now. You saw the sick 8 streak he got to close out that first hard point. But on the flip side, let's see what Looney and crew can do with the drone. Trying to take it outside the top green, going to get cut down before he can do anything. Neither team has scored in 3 minutes in the second half.
And I can't help but be impressed by Millennium's defense here on the less favored side. I mean, look at them go. Another fantastic hold. It's Mad Cat, who I swear has got almost the same amount of kills with his pistol and he has his rifle. Pulls it out close quarters, and he actually is going to tag up one for Tommy to finish. Now, there's only 1 minute 40 left. Rise, they're only 1 point away, and do not forget, it takes nothing but 5 seconds from drone to 1 point. So this could come down to the final 5, folks.
This would be one of the sickest halves I've seen of uplink. If Millennium is able to hold Rise Nation scoreless the entire second half when they switched over to the more preferred side, that'd be insane. You never see teams go scoreless when you're pushing towards broken, ever.
I genuinely think that might be a first. I genuinely do not believe that would have happened again, or at least not in a competitive environment like this here at Call of Duty XP, the biggest Call of Duty tournament of all time. Man, that always feels good to say.
It really, really does. And we've now got 65 seconds. Rise Nation has got to find a point to at least push this to overtime. They've got control of top mid. They found a kill. That is a nade directly at his teammate.
Classic catches it for him. Not the most ideal scenario with 50 seconds left in one of the most important games of their career. Now Tommy pops the kinetic and he's going to take one. Excuse me, it was Miracles. And it could very well be the Miracle 1 point. Classic catches it. 40 seconds and we still do not have a clear-cut winner here in Uplink. It is the 3rd map of the series and Classic's now trying to make the run. He's invested Psychosis, so he's looking golden. And can he take a step towards that golden medal as well? Not looking likely. 30 seconds. 2 players standing in his way. Jerd's going to go ahead and invest a specialist, but he's still breathing. Octane, the babysitter, takes 2 heads off. Jerd and Madcap are going to be forced to watch for 6 seconds now as they're going to throw it in. Will this be 2? Rise Nation claim it. 20 seconds. It's not over yet, but Rise have taken a stride towards making it so.
It's Octane in position for the reset. There it is! Rise has done it in the closing seconds. How does that happen after the team nade that you saw from Looney? Surely you think Millennium's gonna push 3 down, they're gonna make the play, but in the closing seconds, Rise Nation gets the dunk and steals the victory.
That comes down to the 2.
Are you kidding me, Rise Nation? Coming back and clutching it with 7 seconds left on the clock. You see, it was Octane who threw the drone out of the play, and they locked it up. Rise with the comeback win, now leading the series 2-1.
Octane was that entire final minute. You saw him protect his drone carrier for the dunk at the end. Machine made a point of it. 2 headshots in a row after his drone carrier got heat waved. He was about to easily get killed and traded on out. Instead, Octane not only saves the day there, but you mentioned the reset at the end. When they needed him most, he showed up, and that's when Rise Nation's at their best.
Can't discount that dunk that came in either. They win it by just 1 point. This is a very close battle, and what's most surprising to me, though, is the fact that Millennium is leading these respawns for the majority of the game. Swanee's not here. Miracles was picked up 3 days ago. He is doing a phenomenal job of filling in, but really, the star on this game is Madcap. Let's take a look at the end of our next game, though. This is going to go over
to Charlie.
I believe. We're going to take a look here. This is Cloud9 going up against Orbit. It is uplink the end of round 1. Currently, Cloud9 up 4-2.
But he runs into 2 enemy players for the hero play, pops the camo, throws and misses. And that is he's going to have to pay for that one dearly going into the second half without it.
Thanks now trying to make a hero play, but I don't think any need now. 4-2. Orbit on the preferred side didn't necessarily...